rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Broadcasting from the Big Peach of Atlanta, Georgia. A show unfiltered, unscripted, raw. The Patriot Angle Podcast. Hey guys, what do you say? Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday, right? The weekend is upon us. This week went by very, very quickly. As you can tell, I'm just getting back on the airways after just about a week absence here on the podcast. Had to help some family members over this past weekend with some things. And then earlier this week, took a flight from Atlanta over to Dallas International. Visited my cousin out there in Dallas along with his family. Had a great time, an awesome time. And then we caught up with the WWE, the Monday Night Raw. We seen that out in the American Airlines Center in downtown Dallas, which was off the freaking chains, guys. I mean, the seats that we had were so sick. They were like unbelievable, man. The views, everything. It was a good time, a really, really good time. We had an awesome time. The audience pop on everybody that was just about coming out. Every wrestler that came out, there was huge pops, huge reactions. They put on a great show. They really do. We had a hell of a time. But with that being said, guys, I'm glad I'm back in the state of Georgia. I'm glad I'm back in Atlanta. You know, this is home to me. The weather, not so bad. But the weather in Dallas, man, was hot. Hot as hell. So hot you probably could fry an egg on the damn side of the road. And the Texans over there, the people that live in Dallas were like, you know, you go to like some of these restaurants and interact and all that, and they say, oh, it hasn't been that hot. I'm looking at them and I'm like, this is not hot to you? The humidity is like set at 60, 70, 80%. It's hot, folks. When it's 92 degrees out and the humidity is that hot, it feels like it's about 105, 110. I mean, seriously. So hot, like I said, you could probably fry an egg on the side of the road. I mean, I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, this is not hot to you? I'm stifling. I'm sweating. But, you know, good times. Good times. Dallas is a very, very unique city, guys. If you ever get a chance to visit Dallas, highly recommend it. It's a very developmental city. A lot of development all over the place. They're constantly adding things, buildings, restaurants, hotels, such and such. Corporate buildings, corporations coming into the city. Dallas is growing, kind of like it's growing here in Atlanta. It's a very growing city. But with that being said, guys, welcome to today's show. We got a lot to talk about, a lot. I want to get into a lot of content because of my weekly absence here on the podcast. Didn't have a podcast on Wednesday. A lot of people upset, some people not. Mostly liberals, probably couldn't care two shits, but that's all right. That's all right because I know who my real followers and listeners are out there. But got to make up for Wednesday's show. Definitely got to make up for Monday's show because we haven't had a show since last week, right? Yeah, it's been that long. Hot minute, I call it. A hot minute. But anyway, with that being said, we'll be right back after a hot minute. Be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, Mike from the Patriot Angle Podcast. This episode is brought to you by our good friends at Blip Billboard Advertising. Guys, if you are in need for maybe extra attention to your business. Maybe you have a podcast, such as myself. Maybe you have a small business, or maybe you're just doing something to draw attention to your product, right? You need that extra attention to bring in more revenue, maybe more viewership, maybe more customers to anything you're doing at this moment of time. Look into Blip Billboard Advertising. What is Blipboard? They are a modern digital blip, what they call themselves, a billboard, okay? You could set your own budget, your own pricing, your own scheduling, and when you want to launch your advertising on all of these billboards. Like I said, they're digital billboards. That's what sets them aside from the regular old school billboards. Also, you could find these billboards just about in every state of the country. I believe they're up to 1,500, yes, 1,500 locations in every major city, major area of this country. Guys, check them out. I use them for the podcast. They are phenomenal. They do work and they do promote your product to extreme levels to get customers and get clientele. Check them out today, guys. Blip Billboards. You can Google them and they come right up. blipbillboards.com. Check them out today. You'll love them.
And television producers. They've been talking to studio heads for weeks, going back and forth on what exactly needs to be done and what rules and protocols need to be put into place. And when they started these negotiations, they were looking to try to loosen up on some of the restrictions that have been in place since they last reached an agreement of September of last year. But since then, at least here in Los Angeles County, there have been sharp increases in the number of COVID cases, specifically because of the Delta variant. So they had to come to some sort of agreement and conclusion. Basically, there's no one-size-fits-all. It will be a case-by-case decision, but certain producers in certain circumstances can enforce their actors and those who work on their crew to have a vaccination before reporting to work. Now, again, there was no one-size-fits-all, and it's not clear on exactly how everything would be enforced, but they'll be looking at things like the frequency of testing and also meal times and various things that go into the Hollywood production.
What?
Here, too, is a joint statement, or at least part of it, that was released today. It says, quote, "The COVID-19 safety agreement is the outcome of an unprecedented coordination and solidarity between the unions and collaboration with employers to develop science."
Guys, I got to put this on pause here for a minute. Let me put this on pause. What you're hearing, first and foremost, welcome to today's show. As you're just getting into the show, you skipped a little parts of the podcast here. We're talking about this now, COVID and Hollywood. Yes, COVID is just like, I guess it's the new normal, right? It's the new everything now here in this country. You know, it's all this new strand of COVID, the Delta variant. So now they're going to be coming out with Delta variant vaccines. I'll get into that later in the show. But now, film and television unions, folks, just released a joint statement, production vaccine requirement in their statement. Yeah, folks, now COVID is now affecting the Hollywood industry. Can you believe this garbage? It's terrible. And I'll read here in the statement. This was just, what was this, out of KTLA. I guess that's their news network out there in Los Angeles. Basically put this out earlier today. The COVID-19 safety agreement is the outcome of unprecedented coordination and solidarity between the unions in collaboration with employers to develop science-based protocols that minimize the risk of COVID-19 virus transmission. In the industries, when they notice they say industries, that's basically Hollywood, unique work environments. Folks, this is bad. This is like literally like, they're getting so, in my own personal opinion, and I'll probably have a couple people that disagree, that's okay. It's free speech, gotta love it, is a little dramatic, if you ask me. And it's dramatic because you have a virus with a survival rate of 99.99%. Well, you got to say that. Hey, Mike, why are you saying it's so high? Because it is high. The survival rate is very high. And with that being said, it only affects vulnerable people, such with underlying health issues, okay, and people that are, above age, 65 plus, that don't really have the same immune system, such as maybe a 40 or 30 or 20-year-old or, a 15-year-old kid would have. Folks, this needs to end. Do you understand what the CDC, the federal government, and local leaders are doing to our country? They are killing it day by day with this type of poison, this manipulation of what they're pouring into this country. It's terrible, terrible. There's folks that just want to get on with their everyday lives. I got to say one thing here before I go into other topics here. It was such a blessing, guys, where I was able to travel to the state of Texas, visit my cousin and his family out there, okay, and not worry about politics for, 4 or 5 days. It was such a blessing in disguise where I didn't have to worry about that crap, let alone worry about, I got to get my COVID shot. I got to get screened. I got to make sure I don't have a fever of 98 degrees or higher. I can't do this. I can't do that. Guys, it's a blessing to visit these Republican red states that don't brainwash, manipulate, and dictate the lives of American citizens. They don't. They don't do it in Texas. They surely don't do it in Florida. Tennessee is another state. Georgia, some areas of Georgia, mainly when you get to liberal areas of Atlanta, they still break out the mass police, so to speak. So it's such a blessing, guys, that we live in states, okay, that don't deal with this crap. Which would be an awesome blessing. A better scenario is if we lived in a country that would not brainwash and manipulate people and push this damn vaccine on people. Do you see what they're doing? They're pushing it on people. Now they're pushing it on the Hollywood industry. They're pushing it on nurses. They're pushing it on every type of industry in this country. Do you remember when Joe Biden earlier this year promised the country that he was going to have the majority of all Americans vaccinated by the end of the summer? Well, it looks like he's not going to meet his little deadline, so to speak, because it's not working. We're seeing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine that has no effect whatsoever on this damn virus, if you want to call it a virus to begin with, right? I think the real virus is the media and the radical left. That's my opinion. But, no one wants to take it. No one trusts it. And simple-minded and common sense folks out there are not going to trust whether it's a clinic, a hospital, a doctor's office, whatever. A strange person dabbing a needle in the side of your arm that we still to this day, guys, still do not understand what the hell's completely in it. I mean, they haven't made to the public of what's in this virus. This vaccine. Yeah, the virus is in the vaccine. There you go, I mean, that's maybe why some people don't want to get it. I mean, we've seen it with the flu shots, right? People getting flu shots, they're sick like what? A couple days, 4 or 5 days later. We've seen it with measles, we've seen it with mumps shots, we've seen it with all these different vaccinations over the years. If we've seen it, haven't people came to reality and say, oh, wow, well, they were pushing this in the 60s and 70s and early 80s. Maybe I shouldn't get it. Yeah. The people that are old enough, they have common sense. These younger group of people, this next generation, they're so easily manipulated. It's unbelievable. With that being said, I'm going to take another break, guys. I know, I try not to take as many breaks as possible, but, But yet it is, this podcast is still free, and it's always going to be free. But I got to take breaks. I got to plug in the sponsorship and such, the advertisement that supports this podcast. So with that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back after these words. I got a big, huge announcement I'm going to make on the show when I come right back. You're definitely not going to want to miss this. All right, guys, back to the show here. Guys, before I get into other topics here in the political world here we live in, I want to make a huge announcement. Starting very, very soon. Don't have a launch date on it yet or a release time. But starting very soon, we are going to be relaunching our Twitch channel. Yes. My producers here on the show, some really good buddies and friends of mine, I call friends, which are also my producers that help me out here on the podcast, have brought to attention that we need to get back to Twitch. The reason for that is a lot of censoring, a lot of shadow banning being done on social media. And quite frankly, guys, I'm just getting fed up with it. I'm sure you guys, the listeners, are getting fed up with it. I noticed some of my listeners overseas, especially in the UK, a lot of listeners in Canada, as well as the other European countries, are just some listeners even now reaching Brazil. Yeah, this podcast is growing, guys. Are just getting fed up with it. They don't like the censoring, that comes on my podcasts, on both of my social media platforms, such as Instagram and Facebook. Okay? They're getting fed up with it. They don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to have a scenario where if I'm posting something on Facebook or I'm posting something on Instagram, they're either fact-checking or they're just basically shadow banning it completely. And not only is that not fair to the listener, it's not fair to me as a host, and it's not fair to the page. Like literally, guys, this has gone too far. Free speech, our liberties are being stripped every day of our lives. We are literally giving our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, our freedom of speech, everything that we hold dear to in this country to the radical left. They are taking them day by day, stripping them away, and we just don't realize it. It's time to literally fight back, guys. And what I have decided, along with the producers here on the show, is that we are going to be relaunching our Twitch channel. Yes. Don't have anything set up yet. Don't have a release date or a time yet set up. We'll be updating that on the podcast here, the audio podcast, which is free on Spotify, Google, and Apple. We'll be releasing that information as the time goes by with the official release date and time. Don't even have a schedule up. It's still fresh in the books. So check us out on Twitch soon. It's going to be announced very, very soon on the Twitch channel as well. And it will be announced very, very soon on my audio podcasts as well as my social media pages, Instagram and Facebook. Which, guys, I don't know how long we have until they completely ban us from Facebook and Instagram because, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. To be honest with you, there is a lot of my followers, even on Facebook, that are literally going over to other platforms because they're getting tired of the censorship. I'm getting tired of it. I'm at this point where, I'm looking at other avenues, guys, for other platforms, mainly conservative platforms that don't attack free speech. And Facebook, Fakebook, and Instagram, they're known to do that. So look us out on Twitch soon, guys. We'll be on Twitch. It should be a great video podcasts. We were on that earlier in the podcast here during season 1. In the midst of the pandemic, we launched a Twitch channel on Twitch in the middle of earlier of last year on season 1 of the podcast. But we're going back. Yes, going back to Twitch. I think I need Twitch and Twitch needs us. Because they're awesome, guys. They are an awesome, conservative, pro-free speech platform. So, yes, check us out there soon. Like I said, I can't give a release date or a time because it's still in the works. But with that being said, guys, I want to get into some topics. Let's get over to trending topics of the day. Yes, what's buzzing the headlines here of this radical left America that we seem to be living in. And the radical left are literally spending their budgets like it's their Uncle Julio's savings account or something, right? I mean, they're spending it like crazy. The spending budget in this country has gone kooky for Cocoa Puffs, so to speak. But I want to get into this story here with this Biden DOJ, Department of Justice, will not investigate Whitmer nursing home deaths. Big church escapes probe into deadly, unforgivable COVID policy. What? It's like they're not going to investigate it, but they'll investigate something else. I guarantee you guys, if Trump was in office, they'll be still investigating him. They'll be investigating him until he's done with his tenure as president. Christ, they'll be investigating him if he ever gets the presidential library. I mean, guys, this is nuts. I mean, is this America, folks, or is this what is this? Come on. Anyway, the Biden Department of Justice. I gotta get a glass of water. I'm slurring my words like Biden. Anyway, hold on, guys. I'll be right back here. I do this in my studio here. The studio is in my own personal home, so I do apologize for some background noise. I don't know if you guys heard. You got the washer dryer going, guys. Got to wash those clothes, right? But anyway, got the water going here. Good. Sometimes you need it. Anyway, the Biden DOJ, Department of Justice, Thursday will not investigate a coronavirus-related nursing home death in Michigan. Nope. They're going to tuck it under the rug. Yeah. All right, guys, roll that rug up. We're going to tuck it right under. Yep. There's nothing to see here. Not our top priority. Just like everything else isn't their top priority. They won't investigate the nursing home death in Michigan. And that goes with Michigan, guys, New York, Pennsylvania, all these policies to be placed under a coronavirus-infected policy. Folks, there were actual coronavirus-infected patients placed in these nursing homes to recuperate effectively by not spreading the virus. Yeah, they were placed in these nursing homes to literally stop the spread, according to Dr. Doom Fauci earlier last year. Yeah, that was the decision of Fauci, Biden, and in New York it was the decision under Cuomo to put them in these nursing homes, which are like little hot pans for spreading the disease. Now they all have coronavirus. But the Biden DOJ won't investigate this. It's don't worry, guys. We're going to tuck it under the rug. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Last year, guys, the Trump DOJ attempted to get nursing home death data from Whitmer's administration. And the governor issued a joint statement with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. The pair argued there would be partisan motivations for probing the large coronavirus-related percentage of nursing home deaths. So even Trump, guys, like him or not, tried to make an attempt. I guess that failed. I mean, pretty much, the DOJ that when Trump was in office was some of them were being led by radicals. And it continues, guys. It continues. And I quote here, guys, "This is nothing more than a transparent politicization of the Department of Justice in the middle of the Republican National Convention." Whitmer and Cuomo, who was embroiled in his own nursing home death scandal, had this to say. Yeah, he said this. "Oh, it's all politicized. It's all politicized. It's just a Trump thing," pretty much. Cuomo was saying, and he said that to the Daily Gazette. Liberal, I'm telling you guys. I'm glad I'm allowed to express my words here on the podcast. Yes, I don't have a filter, guys. I can care less. I'm not a puppet. I'm not a little transcript reader. I don't read what the producers tell me to read. Yeah, I say what's on my mind. Show's unfiltered. Thank God for that. And thank God my listeners are into that. Anyway, there's no coincidence the moment that Trump administration is caught weakening the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention COVID-19. What? This is what the duo had said. This is what the Cuomo and Whitmer was saying about the Trump administration, that they were caught weakening the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. You know, the top CDC centers in Atlanta, Georgia, and on the outskirts of the city there. That they were caught red-handed weakening the centers. Yeah, they were caught. Oh, they were caught, huh? They were caught, Cuomo? Yeah, you were caught red-handed with your nursing home scandals up in New York. Yeah, you should be in jail. You should be in jail because that's a criminal offense there, fella. Yeah. Now, guys, the Biden-led agency will not investigate the policy of Whitmer. They're not gonna investigate the policy of him, whom he had a short list for a running mate. Yeah, Biden was gonna pick Whitmer as a running mate, but in the last closing weeks, he decided to go with Kamala Harris. The whole damn administration that we have running this country is a joke, if you ask me. I mean, you know, if you have a administration that's playing slap on the wrist, because not only does the American people understand this, that's why they're not investigating it. Because if they investigate the Whitmer and they investigate the Cuomo cases, that's going to come back to bite Biden literally right in the ass. It's gonna literally destroy his presidency. And to be honest with you, the whole administration should be under investigation for a lot that we have seen in the last 7, 8, 9 months now. We need to investigate this administration for high crimes of the United States, guys. It has to be done. It has to be done. In other news, speaking of Fauci, oh boy, should I go into this article? This is crazy, guys. You should listen to this. Anthony Fauci, just I guess a couple days ago, I'll read into the article here, appeared maskless at a Nationals baseball game, contracting his own advice on masks and social distancing. Can you believe that garbage? Yeah, he's preaching to the country about masks, vaccinations, social distancing, this and that, washing your hands for 20 seconds or whatever the hell it was, the little infomercial that they plugged in last year, which I thought was a complete joke. We're telling grown-ass men and women on how they should wash their hands. Like grown men and women don't know how to wash their hands correctly. We have to teach them. Guys, you gotta wash your hands with soapy water under warm water for 20 seconds and then completely dry them off. Make sure you dry them off as best as you possibly can. Avoid socially interacting with other people around you. Try to stay at least 6 to 10 feet away from one another. Okay? Cover your mouth and nose, guys. Let's be big boys and big girls. Let's cover your mouth and nose when you cough or sneeze. Yeah, that's the crap we had to hear last year. And we're still hearing that crap. Everywhere you go. mainly liberal cities I've experienced from my own personal aspect, will have these signs in windows, guys, literally expressing all of what I just had said. It's literally an embarrassment. This whole thing is literally a joke. Yes, coronavirus is a family of viruses and diseases and should be looked at highly seriously. And yes, we should seriously look at these as a very respectful matter. Yes, but guys, I think we're big boys and big girls, and we know how to take care of ourselves. At least the ones with common sense do. I don't think we need to be explained by this time now in our society. I mean, the last I checked, we have liberties, we have freedoms, do we not? We are being dictated by a totalitarian type of system, a dictator system that was used in the eras of Adolf Hitler, Fidel Castro, and others that use this type of manipulation, brainwash system to have control over its people. And look where the hell it has brought them, guys. Wake the hell up and understand where your country is going and who is leading it. They can care less about you. Oh yeah, they'll preach to the country that, oh, vaccinations save lives. You should be vaccinated because not only are you saving your life, but you're saving others by getting vaccinated. Guys, this is America. If you don't want to stick or jab a freaking needle in the side of your arm, it's under your God-given rights and the Constitution of the United States of America that you have that choice. Remember these simple words, guys. My body, my choice. It's your choice, not the federal government's choice. Anyway, guys, went a little off topic, but that's okay. A little off subject here. But anyway, back to the Fauci. Yeah, Fauci was appearing maskless at a Nationals baseball game. Anthony Fauci contradicted himself literally not too long ago. Yeah. This story coming out last year. Sorry, getting this story off of Breitbart. But I'll plug it into the podcast anyway because we all know that Anthony Fauci is a freaking he's a hypocrite. They're all hypocrites. Remember last year, 1 year ago, this Friday, or today actually, at the Nationals baseball game, he was caught not wearing a mask or social distancing during the midst of a global pandemic, right? Yeah, it was such a deadly disease, but you caught the doctor, Dr. Doom there, red-handed. Fauci originally, guys, remember that? He originally wore the mask to throw the first pitch before the game, but then decided when he went to go sit down in his seat to pull the mask down when he sat next to two people, not socially distancing, perhaps behaving or believing he was no longer on camera. Yeah, he thought, let me get off. Yeah, the camera's not pointed to me. You know, I don't have to wear my mask. Yeah, we all know that they're all hypocrites, guys. They're all in it for the money. It's all a big money game. But yeah, remember this? Remember this, Dr. Doom? Yeah. He's still doing it. Do you think that this man still wears a mask? I mean, do you think he actually does what he preaches? I mean, literally. Check this out, guys.
From those there. So what you'll see from baseball 2020, we get a real good feel for tonight. And now one of the more well-known Washington National fans, Dr. Anthony Fauci, to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, right.
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Couldn't even throw the pitch. Remember that, guys? He threw it to like the left, like way out of the batter's box. Oh, God. I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you. Just a month ago, and then fast forward here now into 2021, right? Just a month earlier, in June, literally, Fauci claimed that masks are now effective, are now important. You should be wearing your mask. Gotta be wearing your mask, boys and girls. Yes, when we go out, we gotta put our masks on. Yes, we gotta put our masks on. We gotta protect ourselves. Nothing to see here, guys. When you see me sitting in the stands, without a mask on, that wasn't me. That was an actor. God, bunch of BS, guys. Bunch of BS. I'm telling you. And he still says it too, guys. He still says, Fauci said, there's no reason to be walking around outside without a mask. Now he says it. A year ago, this time last year, he says, there's no reason to be walking around with a mask. Now he wants you to walk around outside and around people with a mask. But a year ago, he's saying there's no reason that you need to have a mask on. Oh, I guess the doctor wasn't really knowing what he was really talking about, right? He didn't understand. Because he's a hack. He's an idiot. They're all idiots. Last year, Fauci showing us he knows exactly how well masks work. Yeah, because he was caught red-handed with the damn thing off. But now he says, oh, masks are very serious. You should be wearing a mask. Yeah, crap. Other news. Let's get into some other news here, guys. Because this coronavirus, this pandemic, this plandemic is not going away. It's not going away. No, they'll preach the hell out of it. Nah, yeah, they gotta make more money out of it, guys. They do. Yes, they do. In other news, oh boy, let's go through the news here. What do you want to hear here? Let's see what the topics are here, guys. The topics of the day. The topics of the day. The topics of the day. Yeah. Oh, here's one. Donnie Duchesse, if I'm pronouncing that right. Deutsch. Duchesse. Is that how you say it? Duchesse? I don't know. To vaccine skeptics, you're killing yourself. You're killing other people. What?
Donnie Deutsch is with us.
Deutsch, there it
Donnie,
is.
if I could just start with you before we get into some of these editorials. But
sounds like
Governor
a Deutsch.
Kay Ivey, I think, is doing a real service. Even though she's talking about her own constituents, she's fed up. And she's saying it like it is. This is your choice to get COVID and die.
What?
You know, I had to look really hard, that little R, where you put the R after it to designate whether it's Republican or Democrat, because that did not feel like a spokesperson for the Republican Party overall. Obviously, there are other Republicans coming out, particularly even in their own state. But, I mean, that's the kind of plain talk we need at this point. You know, we've talked so many times on the show about, oh, what can we say and how do we say it? We just got to say, what the frick are you people doing? You know, you're killing yourselves, you're killing other people. That's it. There's no grace here. There's no two sides to this argument. And, you know, you talked about a story earlier. It's just about that camp in New York. I have friends whose kids are in those camps. Yeah. And, you know, I think the only thing left to kind of just a talking point beyond just kind of that very emotional plea of the governor is like, kids, how about for the kids? But no, the governor was just, I think that's a poster spokesperson, a poster tone for how this country needs to be speaking. There's no messing around. There's no tippy-toeing. There's no, oh, well, your philosophy is this, my philosophy. No, you're killing people. That's it.
Well, you know, I think what makes it especially resonant is that she is a Republican. I think the same message would create more division, perhaps, even from a Democrat. But this is a Republican governor saying, stop making yourself die, and others as well. Get the vaccine. I cannot teach you common sense. My gosh, I'm moved by it, and I hope it helps. I really do. Let's look at this recent editorial entitled "The Case for Vaccine Mandates." This is the Bloom.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Folks, this is sick. Deutsch. Sounds like a Deutsch. You're killing yourself and you're killing other people. Use some common sense, man. Sound like Hank Hill there for a minute. Hey, ma'am, I sell propane and propane accessories. I do not sell charcoal. Well, you know what, guys? Here's the message that we should be spewing. I'm an American citizen. I use common sense because I believe in common sense. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, sounds like a good bumper sticker, right? I mean, this is, Danny Deutsch. God, what a last name, right? I mean, he should go into a courthouse or something and maybe consider changing the name. Earlier today, shame people who are hesitant to receive the coronavirus vaccine. Oh, you're killing people. Oh, I'm killing somebody if I don't want to take the coronavirus vaccine? Okay, so what you're trying to say is if I do take the coronavirus vaccine and your little baby, your little experiment, I'm not going to affect anybody anymore for the rest of my life. So I'm 39 years old, right? Which I am, guys. I'm 39 years old. Okay. I'm not going to affect anybody for the rest of my life until I die with this virus, right? So by getting the vaccine, the people that did get the vaccine, we're never going to affect anybody with coronavirus ever again? Then I won't kill anybody, you're saying, right? Folks, this is idioticness. You hear that, guys? The tea kettle's going off. Yeah, that's the common sense tea kettle. Come on, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee, for God's sakes. This is crazy. Yes. Yeah, after Morning Joe aired a clip of Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, which was, she's a Republican. Yeah, the news anchor had to plug that in. Oh, she's a Republican. It's not with Republicans and Democrats. This is not a Democrat thing. This is not a Republican thing. This was a Republican saying this, guys. A Republican, yes. Yes, they are a little crooked Republicans out there, don't get me wrong. Pleading with people to get vaccinated. Deutsch, guys, we gotta stop saying that. I mean, I feel bad for this guy. He's got a funny last name. Can you imagine that guy getting picked on and, hey, Deutsch, Deutsch asked vaccine skeptics, what the freak are they doing? Just say it as it is. What the fuck are they doing? Come on, it's America. You say what you want to say on your heart. But he won't say that because he's politically correct. Folks, I'm not politically correct. I don't believe in the crap. He then answered his own questions by saying they are killing themselves and other people. Yeah. We've talked so many times on this show about what we can say and how do we say it. I just have to say, what the freak are you people doing? You're killing people by not getting the vaccine. That's it. There's no gray here. There's no two sides to this argument. And you talked about the story or a story earlier about the camp in New York. Guys, come on. I mean, seriously. How much further are they going to push this crap? How much further? Oh boy, I tell you, guys, it's gonna get worse than it gets, gets better. I've said it from time after time. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, and are we ever gonna see this vaccination go away? This whole masking go away? I hope so. Because it's killing our country, guys. Literally killing our country. With that being said, guys, I'm going to close it out here on the podcast. Hope everybody enjoyed today's show. Got a little heated on the vaccination, masking, which I still am. I mean, I think it's, like I said, I think it's not only is it destroying our democracy, it's destroying our country, it's destroying our liberties, our freedoms, everything. We can't go places without being criticized now. There is a lot of division in this country, a lot of divideness. I think this country is more divided than ever. I truly believe that. I truly believe that this country is more divided than when we were divided as a nation, when we were the 13 original colonies. I mean, this country is seeing not only tyranny from the radical left, it's seeing literally destruction. This country is seeing destruction orchestrated by the radical left. It's just going to get worse, guys. The 2022 midterm elections are coming up. I preach and I say all the time that I think the 2022 midterm election is the most important midterm elections in modern day history, probably in our country, because we literally have to vote out these clowns that are in office. We have to take back the House on a Republican side note, and we have to literally vote a little bit more wisely now in 2024. We need to see this country move forward. And this country is not going to move forward, guys, if you re-elect Biden in 2024. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. With that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in to today's show. And we'll see you on Monday's show. Thanks, guys.
You just heard an episode of Patriot. Anchor, Spotify Podcasting Network.